teacups, what's brewing? Welcome or welcome back. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your views. And today we are going to be talking about Foodie Beauty, a shocker, I know. We're going to be talking about Hatgate, which was basically taken from the first 5-10 minutes of her surprise live stream. And we're also going to be talking about the desperate cry for attention that was the stream, not quite after, because she had a little bit of a rant about surprise stream, which we'll also talk about. But he's in love with me, something along those lines, not clickbaity at all, right? So I've taken sort of out of the first 30-40 minutes of that because everything else is just rehashing everything we've already heard, but enough to get the gist of what she's trying to do there, okay? So over the last couple of days, Chantal has had a few issues and she's been quite angry about the implication, I say implication kindly, that she broke terms of service. And I know, again, a shocker. So a reaction channel called her out on breaking terms of service when she was talking about the hat that Bay Nation, one of the girls from Bay Nation, I think her name is Kay, had made for Foodie. So before we have this discussion, I've just cut out from the surprise live the section where she talks about this. It's about 3 minutes long, something along those lines. So you can see exactly what was said before we get into this. So I'm just going to let you watch that here.
I have an exciting hat haul for you. So a very special friend took the time to make all of these hats for me. They are the cutest fucking... Why is that mosquito?
No, Sam, not right now, Sam. I love you.
They're the cutest frigging hats I ever seen in my fucking life. Look at these hats. Look at this. This is an F-bomb hat, but it also is a Foodie Beauty hat, and Kay designed the font herself. And look at the little wick. This is crochet by Kay. This is Kay's creation. So this is my favorite. This is my signature Foodie Beauty hats. I love it. All right. So this is the first one. This is and these are Foodie Beauty hats, like foodie hats. So because of that, right? Foodie Beauty. So I can put these different hats on for my streams. Isn't this cute? Look at the detail in this. So she actually has something. She's starting a monthly hat club, and I think it's like you'd have to check out her channel for all their social media. But every time I wear a hat that she makes for me, of course I'm gonna plug it because it's frigging awesome. She puts such cute fucking detail in it. They're such sweet ladies. So check out that. That's Bay Nation, B-A-E Nation. You know I love them. I will put them in the description after this. Yeah, so she's doing like a hat club, and like every month is a different hat. So I'm going to be joining that for sure. I loved the different hats. Oh my God. It's so cute. Like I can't get over it. Just the little detail. Look at that. The whipped cream. They're the cutest things ever. Don't you think so? It's a Sunday hat, L5. This is just like a nice summer because there's holes. So it's just like a nice crochet style beanie. And you can kind of like wear it to where it's like a bit of a slouch beanie at the back too. You know, I love it. I think it's actually really cool to wear with like, this would look nice with like a nice sundress. She does art. So she designed, and I have the keychain somewhere. I got to find it. She made me a keychain, Star Bees. I was going to have these for merch. I was going to do like a Starbucks keychain. So I don't know. I think we're just, it would be so cute, you know? So then we have this. I like the art that she does on it. This is a peach hat. Isn't this cute? No way. Wait, look at the leaf. And if you have kids or pets, there are some really cute crochet beanies for kids and pets. Like she customizes, like she can pretty much do, like if you want her to design you something, you could ask her and she can do it. She can do it. Okay, last but not least, lemon pie hat. I love this. It's so funny. Fucking bitch. So these are my hats. This is my signature Foodie Beauty hat. So Bay Nation, thank you so much. The detail, the work, I love it. I fucking love it. And I will find that keychain.
Okay, so now you've seen exactly what was said, and I've collected my tea from the kitchen because I forgot I had the water boiling. Let's talk about why this is a bit of a problem at the moment. excuse the weird cuts. I'm a little bit asthmatic from where I was sick and it's got slightly in my chest. So when I run out of breath when I'm making a long sentence, it suddenly runs out and I start coughing a bit earlier than I expect it to. So you might see some weird cuts as we go. So she mentions that Kay is a good friend. It's part of Bay Nation, who I have heard of because she's mentioned them on channel before. And she says that Kay sent these to me. Now, there is no mention in any part of that of paying money for them. Now, I think that was deliberate on her part, but not for the reasons that became problematic later. I think it was a case of she wanted to present herself as, look, I have such good fans, my fans send me things and I give them attention, and if you send me things, I might give you attention. So she doesn't want to frame it as a consumer relationship. She wants to frame it as, look how great my friends online are, don't you wish that you were sending me stuff too? She doesn't say that, I'm inferring that from her actions, yeah? So she says Kay did this. She mentions Kay's brand, Crochet by Kay, I think it's called. She says that the FB, the F-bomb hat, can also be Foodie Beauty, that it's gonna be her signature piece, that all of these are food themes because she's a foodie. So she's kind of connecting Kay, rightly or wrongly, to sort of her own brand and her own channel and how she's going to present them as foodie, yeah? She does as comprehensive a review as I think she's capable of doing with any project. She talks about the details, the designs, how cute they are, the kind of things you could wear them with. So it's quite detailed for her. And she directs people to Kay's channel and says you can check their social media. So it turns out that Kay is selling these through her Patreon. She does like a $50 a month club, and one of the benefits of that is the mystery hat club. You get a random hat depending on the design she does. We'll get into that in a minute. She also then brings up the sticker which said Starbies, and a keychain that she can't find that she's thinking of using for merch. So this is another aspect potentially of the relationship that she's presenting, where this might be something I sell, this might be a relationship where I'm getting products from her and I'm employing her for that. Again, it's not really clarified, but it connects the stuff that she's showing on screen with her channel, yeah? And as I think I've said this, I've recorded the beginning of this a few times, but there's no mention of paying for the items. She's just trying to send her viewers there or suggest that they can check it out if they want to. She's not outright saying, but she's like, hey, it's here, you can find it. If you like it, go check it out. So the whole segment is a recommendation. Now, whether you call it a review or at this point, because we haven't heard any details about her paying for it, it could be considered a promotion. So an endorsement, a promotion, a review. There are rules on YouTube about how you disclose what you're doing, and they're quite strict rules, and they're quite strict rules for a reason. There was a lot of drama way back in the day when it was realized that, I think it was the beauty YouTubers, that they were being paid to endorse certain products and recommend certain products, and now in the back end you go in and you have to say if you're promoting something. Now, paid promotion is a little more wide than you would think in its definition, because if you receive a product for free, that's a form of payment, that's PR. So there is a value to the product and you have received it so that you can put a review online. Now, Foodie claims this isn't what she did, and we found that out in the later stream, the I can't believe I have to make this video stream, where she was like, I am a customer. I paid for these things and they got sent to me. Now, it's entirely possible that they had a deal going, they spoke, and she was like, oh, let me pay you for the hats. Because she hadn't subscribed to the hat club yet. She said she was going to, whether she does or doesn't. But I had a quick look through their social media in Bay Nation, and there didn't seem to be a kind of like a Ravelry link or an Etsy link. Somewhere where you can just buy the hats individually. Now, it might just not have been listed, but the $50 appears to be the Patreon price for the randomized hat. So I'm guessing they just, if she paid, and if she's not just saying this to get the drama gone, I'm guessing they came to an agreement of, well, on Patreon, I charge this much per hat, and I'm not quibbling over the price. I know it seems expensive, but you're factoring in not just the cost of raw materials, but the time it takes to produce. And if you're an individual creator, you get to be paid fairly for your work. Now, I'm sure if you were to take out the cost of the yarn and calculate the cost of the hours it takes to make these things, she would not be making a good wage. Yeah. So again, it's not the quibbling on price that's the point. The point is it wasn't disclosed. And that is, I believe, an infraction of terms and service, because you have to do that. If she's a customer, she can say, hey, pay for these out of my own money. I just want you to let you know that I love them. That's fine. That's permissible on YouTube. But you have to tell people, not in a rage stream later. And she didn't even need to rage about that. It could have very simply been a case of, she comes online, same car video, same thing, and say, hey guys, I got a lot of feedback, and I realized that there were a lot of questions about how I presented that. I paid for them. I'm a customer. Listen, I will put a pinned comment down below the video just confirming that so it's visible to everyone. I don't want there to be any confusion. Or if she hadn't been a customer, if they had just been sent to her, which was kind of what she was presenting in this first video, she could have said, hey, I'm going to go into the back end, I'm going to mark it as paid promotion, but just in case, I want to make sure it's completely clear, here you go. Because how you monetize recommendations is really important to YouTube. So there were issues with how she did it. But of course, Chantal being Chantal, rather than going in being like, whoops, no, I'll clarify, she just went in a rage. She's like, these reaction channels, and you're like, dude, I'm not saying she intended to do this. I think her only intent was to be, look how popular I am. And she didn't really think through the ramifications of anything else. But that was the issue. And I believe in the form it took, as presented in the first place, was a breakage of terms of service. Now that she's confirming, no, I paid for them, maybe less so because it is a paid product, she can say, oh, I bought this, I love it, it's fine. But she has to clarify it. And the merch thing where she's like, oh, I'm going to use these for merch, I'm not sure how to view that. It's slightly murky because it just goes to how linked it is with her channel. And that's actually caused problems for the original creator, because as I was looking for a social media to see if she did have an Instagram, an Etsy, sorry, that it could be purchased on, there was a video saying about the hats or about the Patreon or something like that, where the creator, Kay, was like, Foodie is nothing to do with this. It's basically her side hustle. But do you remember a few streams ago where Foodie was hired? She was like, what, you do meth once and no one wants you to promote their product? And that's the danger here. Foodie has a much wider audience, but how she is received is a lot more mixed. So if she features your product on channel, people will connect you. And now this girl, she can't, excuse me, I don't mean to sound disrespectful. If she ever sees it like she's gonna, I don't mean to sound disrespectful calling you this girl, but you know what I mean. She's now having to change the format of how she's providing these hats. Now I looked, she's got about 7 Patreon subscribers, and I'm guessing not all of them are in the top tier. So it's a minor number, but if you're making the money and it's something that fulfills you and it's something you're happy with and something you're building, having to change it because Foodie can't deport herself online is a bit of a hassle. And it does potentially lose her money. Because if you think of something like a beauty subscription box, sometimes you get something in the box and you're like, that's not my favorite. But you keep going with it because you're excited to see what else you can get. The same would apply, I'm assuming, for the hat thing. So now the girl that makes them, I keep forgetting her name, Kay has said, look, some of you don't like the idea of the mystery box, so I'm now specifying what hat is in which box, and you can cancel for that month if you want to. Now that's very good of her, but now people can see, okay, well, this design, part of the selling power of a mystery box is kind of the gamble. People love that. And so there's a good chance if people look and they say, well, I don't want the fishbowl hat, but I might want that one. There's a good chance she could actually lose business because she's specifying, because part of the fun was the mystery. So it's a shame for her. It's a shame that's how it's gone. But also, Bay Nation and Foodie have been friends for a while. They know exactly what goes on in their channels. So it's just unfortunate all around, and it was very easily avoidable. But it's Foodie, and here we are. So that was the situation going on there. We're also going to look at, if I can just close my notes. No, don't save. I've cut down part of the "he's in love with me" edit. Guys, my God, was this a cry for attention? A cry for attention from Nada. More to the point, she mentions a little bit about the audience. I mean, we'll start and we'll get into it, but what a coincidence. Somebody else that's not Nada definitely loves her. Let's check it out.
Is anyone here? There's not many people here. There's like 100 people.
This was quite funny. You know when I say she wants attention, it's true of Nada, it's also true of us. She went online at like 3 AM or something ridiculous, and there was no one. There were about 100 viewers and there were about 3 visas, and you could see the panic in her face to begin with.
It's like 3 in the morning. Yeah, people were like giving the person shit that was like, people were giving the person who made these hats, they were giving the people shit like, you associate with a horrible person. So like, it's like, do stores give people, like, I'm a customer, like, how is that?
That's true, but she was a customer and also a promoter at this point because she put it on channel. And as she herself said, when she lost endorsements because of how she was behaving online and people didn't want to work with her, the people who endorse you are linked to the brand. And this is true of bigger brands and true on this very localized level. If you're going to have Foodie Beauty be the face of your brand, be very sure you know what you're getting into. Because I don't necessarily think that's what Kay intended, sending something to a customer, but now it is what it is.
Anyone's worst, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh well, there's no one here. I have love news. I have some tea, and nobody knows this tea except for you guys, so
be really excited and really, really push me to tell you, because I'm really excited to tell you this lie, but I really just need a little shot of attention right now. So if you could really be desperate to hear it, that'd be great.
Late night club, you're gonna get it. Monty, you got your alarm on? Fucking get up!
Yeah. Shout out to reaction channels. And later, I cut this out, but later she's like, oh, and she did something, like she was trying to squeeze the spot on her nose or something. And she was like, oh, I can already see the reaction channels and kind of posing for the thumbnails. Like, come on. Yeah, she really, really wants to be talked about.
Crusty stuffish, crusty stuffish. Want to see the color of my bra?
I don't, but speaking of desperate cries for attention.
I think I'm completely unhinged at this point because I'm about to do something that will probably hurt somebody, and I don't want that to happen, But
I am gleeful at telling you, and even though I realize these things, I'm not going to stop.
I mean, I think they'll live, but
yeah, I don't think
that
Nada cares.
With you guys. It's eating away at my conscience at these wee hours of the night.
She does not have a conscience, but we'll move on.
So the motorcycle guy, Nada doesn't know that I met up with him, like, for real.
Nada watches her channel. She put it on her channel. Nada knows. Nada don't care. It's different.
I did meet up with him and I lied about it. I met up with him twice. I made out with him pretty bad twice. The motorcycle guy's real, actually, don't.
We saw the picture of the backside of somebody in a parking lot by the bowling alley. Possible he's real. Possible she met with him a couple of times. Possible she would say absolutely anything that she deemed, not that the internet deems, but that she deems plausible to bolster her point.
The guy at McDonald's, I haven't like fabricated anything else like for you guys though, really.
Anything else. Not that she's been caught in multiple lies and that her story times are patently ridiculous. But yeah, no, I've not been caught lying about anything else anyway. Same difference.
And the homeless guy actually was real. It just, the situation with the homeless guy was different, but he did exist. He came to my window and it took me off guard.
Nice.
Why is it eating away at my conscience?
It's not.
Because
it sounds better if I'm struggling. Because I want to make it look. She wants to make it look like she's trying to pass it. She wants to make it look like this is a struggle. Because essentially this whole video is her holding up a banner saying, I have other options, but I'm yours to lose. to Nada, who doesn't care, has never cared, and will never care.
I wish I could explain to you how fucked up my situation is.
Oh, you have multiple
This
times.
guy, BB 2.0, he's really nice and he's really loving, but...
BB 2.0, which means one, less aggressive than Nada, which is a low bar, my friends. Less aggressive than him is a low bar. And two, BB 2.0, BB, who I was in an 8-year relationship with, who was really important to me. Just want to group them together to make sure you're worried about it.
Like, he told me he loved me today. Like,
Convenient?
just tonight. Like, he wanted me to meet him again at the bowling alley, and I was like, I'm like really, really tired. Like, so, and plus, I don't know, like, I'm kind of wanting to, like, right now it's just like a friendship, but with Nader, but, you know, and
So if I've got other options, Nada, you know, I've got other options. So if you want to keep me, how's that friendship looking?
anyway, to me that's a red flag. Like, if I've learned, I want to learn from my experiences in life as much as I can, if I can. And I'm trying to see red flags now, and I remember reading in an Instagram article,
Nowhere connected to your life, it was just on Instagram.
like a cheesy Instagram quote, that like, the sign, like, that's a red flag.
What kind of flag is it when a guy hits you? Tell me.
So am I attracted to this guy? Yes. Actually, yes. Ready, set, repeat! A whole fucking year of this shit together.
Fuck, tell
Can
me
you
about
imagine? And no growth at all.
Yeah, no growth at all. Not in channel, not in mindset, not in emotional maturity.
This is gonna be another year of this shit, too.
Yep.
To him in the car today, I said, so do you ever have, like, star-crossed lovers?
So this is the real issue at hand. They were in the car today. She had a conversation where she wanted some reassurance that all the dreams in her little teenage heart could come true, and he gave her none of it. So now she wants that reassurance that she didn't get in the car, that she didn't get because he doesn't care. And this is her attempt to grab it, to say, oh, this guy that I've definitely seen again and made out with heavily has just told me he loves me. So step up, Nada. But he's not gonna.
So you ever, like, do you believe that God has a plan for everybody? Like, what if God's plan is just, we're just not supposed to be together? And he's like, well, that's for God to know, you know? It's like, no, because, like...
Bitch, what you talking about? No. No, I don't. Nothing to do with me. Star-crossed, what the fuck you talking about?
Like, how would you know? And it's like, how do you know? You know by it just not working. That's how you know.
Excuse me.
I don't want him out of my life because I do really like him, like, and I really fucking, like, want to have sex with him sometimes.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've got other options and I really like this guy, but god damn. I really want to be with you and have sex with you, and could you just come claim me, please? Could you please? Please, some kind of public acknowledgement, or private that I can tell the public about, that I won't, that I promise you I won't tell them about, but I will. Can you just give me some indication and give them some indication, because my whole life is public.
So what I'm thinking is, like, building, like, a friendship and stuff like that, like, instead of something so toxic, you know? And maybe I could give, because I need something super loving. And I feel like maybe this guy is super loving and maybe I shouldn't just throw it away.
Yeah, so I'm really seriously considering. She doesn't understand what love is. In the most basic form, the only way she's ever viewed love is in this incredibly toxic way that she has placed onto Nada's behavior. Nada's behavior has never been love, but in her twisted sense of the value of love, she has this idea that the worse you are is because you feel the strongest. And if you feel the strongest, that's love.
That's what I'm saying. Do you guys believe in that? Like, do you believe in faith?
I think she means
Why do I
fate
only
too.
have 14 likes? Because nobody likes me? Like, why? Because I'm insane?
You're insane, you're intensely unlikable, and you lie a lot. That's why no one likes you.
No, I mean, well, what I was thinking is, Lacey, like, fate, no, like, if it's fate, it would be easy to be together, like, it would feel good. We just want fun content like Scooter, Walmart bees.
Seriously, man. We're simple people. We're not looking for a lot. We're just trolls on the internet. Just feed us a little. Don't make us wade through this shit all the time. We get bored.
What is that? What does Faye have an age preference?
This, I mean, she kind of deflected it with the question. No. But the idea of fate is intertwined with the idea of the stupid things you do when you consider it to be fated. And when you're young, stupidity is both more easily excused and you have longer to recover from. So frequently you see younger people doing this idiotic shit because they've yet to learn better and they've yet to go through the consequences. Usually by the time we get to the point of Foodie's age, of my age, you're a little bit wiser in the world and you can recognize things to some extent for what they are. Not in Foodie's case.
I know, man. I do need someone sensitive and loving.
I don't think she does. At this point, I think she doesn't need anyone. What she needs is to make more peace with herself. She needs to work on that because nothing else is going to work for her. She needs to, I don't want to say fix. Fix is the wrong word. But she needs to be able to exist herself. And I've said that before.
There's the opposite of loving and sensitive. I know. But he can also, he's very passionate.
Not the same thing.
Like, I guess that can be confusing at times.
For you, maybe. For me, very simple. Not the same thing.
Obviously, he is loving. Like, I'm not saying he's like, I don't know. Like, obviously there's really something that attracts me to him.
Okay. That's not the same as him being loving. That's just you being messed up.
I just find him so attractive. Like, physically, I just want to eat him.
Ugh.
Sober, drug-free. Neither am I. I don't think so.
Sounds like a great relationship, eh?
Yeah, in the mornings. Yeah, in the morning, yeah.
Sober and drug-free. When I wake up with a hangover, sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're really just not, you know, like, I just really want to do, I just want to just, no more drama with anybody in my life and just any relationships, you know? Now, I don't know, though, if I want someone really clingy and really...
This was the point at which she remembered she was lying about the other dude and then had to talk about the dilemma. Because, you know, it's a dilemma. And if Nada would just be a little bit more convincing, then maybe she could make the right decision.
Love you either. Like, already saying, I love you, I just want to cuddle you. Please come see me, please.
Second date in, this other mystery guy who she met in the dark in a parking lot twice has apparently had all these conversations with her. I'll let you consider the chances of that.
Please, please. And it's just like, I mean, how can you, I've met this person twice in a parking lot.
Yeah.
In the dark. Like, how can you be in love with me?
Well, my dear, I think you might be lying. Call me crazy. I think that's how.
I mean, we did make out and talk a lot. And I feel so bad. I feel...
Made out and talked a lot in the dark parking lot? Really?
Like, I just feel like it. Oh, I feel so bad.
She does not feel bad.
Watching that, or almost a year knowing you and what's his face are going to destroy each other. You won't get around it. I don't know about random men in dark parking lots. And that's what I don't want. Like, I want to stop the insanity. Like, if it's just gonna be that way.
Yeah. So Nada, if you could step up, my dude. Thanks.
This whole thing. Like, I don't know, like, how you could expect me to survive not having gone through any of this online.
So this is her covering her ass for opening up this conversation online again, because that's exactly what she's not supposed to do.
Or maybe it wouldn't have any of it happened if it was not. No,
that's his argument.
It's been so exhausting. We just all want it to end.
We all want it to end. Who's we? Who's the all in this situation? Didi and Nada are fine being Didi and Nada, although we'll talk about that in a minute, because potentially drama. But we all is her.
If you want me to give my honest opinion, and I'm not saying this to, like, I'm not going to talk about Nat or bad or anything, because I'm saying that because I know he'll probably see this. I don't want him to think that, but I think maybe whenever I pressed charges on him and he had, like, I feel like Dee Dee stepped in and they became really close and did things. She replaced me at that time, and
That's a fair summary of the situation. So what are we doing?
then she got feelings for him, but
I don't know about feelings for him. I don't know exactly why Dee Dee's there at all.
I think that Nader still loved me.
Nope.
Like,
Never
he,
did.
like,
Never
I don't
will.
know. I think he still had love for me.
Nope.
And still wanted to be with me. So that
Nope.
now that after everything like legal is over and we can be together,
And you're still not.
now we want to be back together or work on getting
We again.
back together. It's messy now with everything, but they deny that. They deny that like heavily that they ever fucked.
Why would you believe them?
And what am I supposed to do? Like,
She's literally fucked both of them at the same time twice. Do you think that comes from having no sexual relationship before that? Get out of here.
and he really gets like offended and mad that I say that.
Because when there's no defense, the best defense is a good offense. If every time you mention it, he gets mad, you stop mentioning it, which is the point.
Like, you have to get it out of your head that I fucked Dee Dee. I don't.
She does.
Never.
He does, sorry.
I mean, I just
Not
don't.
by
Personally, I don't believe it. I think they did have sex, and
Yeah. Oh shit.
just a feeling inside me, like I can't get rid of that. And that's always gonna also be another point of. There's so many points of contention against us being together that it's
I was getting a little bored with the recycled talking points at this point. I started cutting through.
just so much stress for us, and it's just eating away at us, and it's really hard. And I know inside me that like he's not gonna be with me forever.
Or even for a little amount of time. Hey, do you remember when she got really high and then was having panic attacks at the thought of seeing him? And then when she woke up and had the whole conversation about how I get it now? Yeah, I remember.
Be friends, you know, and I can help him as a friend, and with YouTube and still be in his life.
The smell? Take a sniff. It's desperation, man. We can be friends even though we've never been friends. We've always been problematic partners at best, and I can just stay in his life. I just need to stay in his life. And he's sitting there like, oh, fuck, you're in my life, just keep paying me. But in terms of being in a relationship with me, nah. I'll use you for sex occasionally when I find it humiliating enough to get me off, but you know, pay me some money, don't talk too much.
You didn't clock the wig, you friggin' fake wig
this.
clocker.
Why is she suddenly obsessed with the word clock? Oh, you clocked it. Is it the first time she's heard the phrase? To me, it's quite a common phrase. Like, what are you doing? Also, can we talk about this wig? This wig is very similar to my wig, once again. So here's the thing. The wig shape is not bad for her. Like, I have basically an identical wig. I'm not about to knock it. Here's the problem she has. She's like, isn't it natural? Isn't it natural? It's not bad. It's not natural, but I don't necessarily think it's the wig that's causing that, like the wig shape of it. I don't think it's all human hair the way she thinks it is. All of them will say human hair, and then the small print for the cheaper ones, it's like real imitation human hair. Yeah, because it's not, it's synthetic. And I have a feeling that she's got a wig similar to the one I've got. Because you can see in the parting, she doesn't have a real scalp monofilament parting. Not monofilament, that's an old-fashioned word now. But when you have the mesh underneath to make it look like skin. If it were a quality wig, she would have more in the parting and it would just be better constructed. Yeah? The issue she's got with this wig is the fact that it's a flat black. Even when people dye their hair a flat black, because it doesn't have any depth, it looks very unnatural. Yeah? Here's how I do this with my wigs anyway. Because I'm not going for natural, because I'm wearing a colour like this, which is orange with like black through it, or black, not black, but it's got a darker undertone, it's got very extreme highlights in the orange colour. No one's looking at my hair and thinking it's natural. So I don't go for that. So people come over and be like, I like your hair, because my hair's a choice and sometimes people like it. It's like dyeing your hair pink or green or blue. You get to a point with hair, once you've made a decision that's an extreme enough decision, there's no really good or bad, there's just, Foodie is trying to use a similar type and quality wig to get a natural look. And it's never going to get there because the colour she's chosen is not designed. It's one of the hardest colours to pull off, straight black like this. And I think I said this when she was going for the more expensive wigs. If she were to just go up a shade or two into a deeper brown that she could get more depth out of, she could probably find something that would work for her in a cheaper range. But hard blonde and hard black are the most difficult colours to make look natural in real hair and in synthetic. So she just needs to adjust what she's trying with this. But she's convinced, I mean, it's not, considering all the wigs she's had, it's not a bad look on her, but it's not going to look natural, which is why I don't try.
What's the plan for tomorrow? The fact that there is no plan now, I just ruined everything.
Yeah.
We keep making plans together and I keep ruining because I feel like I want to do what's the best for us. And I don't know if what we're doing is the best for us.
So right now on the horizon is potentially her getting him an apartment, maybe moving in together. We haven't had that confirmed yet. She said no a few times, but from how things are moving, we've had her get too high to go anywhere the next day as an excuse to get out of going and looking for apartments. And that might be, again, if they had plans tomorrow, it might be again to go look at apartments. According to my friend who lives in Montreal, June 1st is a traditional moving day for people. June or July 1st, I feel like it's June. So a lot more apartments become available at that point. So it's a common day for people to go in and out. So it makes sense that they'd be looking now. Actually, I've said June 1st, it's the 29th of May. Do I mean July 1st? I'm not quite sure. If you're Canadian, you probably know. I thought it was June. They might just be late. It tends to be Foodie's way. So it's more and more pressing that they go out and do this if that's what they end up doing. Oh, she's going to make this point in a minute, so I'll just wait for the next thing I was going to say.
I feel bad doing this while he's sleeping.
No, she doesn't. She's relieved that he can't call her.
Just bought man an apartment in Montreal and he will use to cheat on you with other women.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
No comment. Read a journal, no one fucking reads it.
And that's the problem. Someone's like, if you need an outlet, get somewhere else, get somewhere private. And that's the antithesis of what she wants. She doesn't want it to be private. She wants the attention and the response of everyone. A diary's never going to do it for her.
I feel claustrophobic. I feel like I need to make a decision, but I feel like I'm avoiding all the important things in my life. For what? I'm not functioning properly.
See, we've seen her genuinely panic about this. We've seen it when she's been so high and she's been like, oh God, where she's been so high that she probably couldn't maintain a facade. So we've seen some real actual panic. This is, I think, a true point when she stops and thinks and she's like, I feel like I'm drowning. But she's putting it on for the camera at this point because look how much calmer she is with this. She's in that far away, I'm not functioning. Look how disconnected I am. Instead of her real state, which was her in a mess and high. She's high here, but in a different way.
Yeah, I like an audience, I gotta admit. This is why I didn't want to talk about this shit online.
That's a lot. She's very close.
Now I'm a fucking essay liar. My God.
Yeah, that's exactly what you are. And that's exactly what you admitted to being. And when you say you didn't want to talk about this online, you just said, although I did cut some stuff out, but earlier in the stream, you just said that you need it to be online. And if you pull it somewhere private, no one hears it. You knew exactly what you were doing. You were just expecting more people to jump to your defense.
Let's move on now. I just wanted to say my thoughts.
Yeah,
So I have been told that someone's in love with me today.
Definitely happened. Definitely happened. So, you know, don't be jealous, Nada, but it might be time for you to step up.
I can't say that I'm in love with this person.
Yeah, so you've still got a chance.
Myself. So
come bring me back my Jafar ring.
You know what my fantasy is?
Oh, this gave me the cringe. Go on.
This will never happen. It's
okay.
Actually...
Share it with the class.
This is a scenario that's virtually fucking impossible.
Notice her use of the word virtually because she's still holding on to the hope. It is impossible. Yeah? But share it with the world, Foodie. Let's see what this is.
So, of course, like, he and I would be a loving couple.
Strike one.
We would go regularly to Egypt to visit his big family because I don't have a very large family.
Although that's the most probable thing if you're going to choose one out of the scenarios.
And we would make babies every single night.
Strike
and
3.
take them on camel rides.
Slightly racist. Strike 4.
It's literally impossible. You should see him with kids. Like, kids run to him. I edited it out of the fucking video, but I should have left it in. There was this one kid that kept running from her father to go fucking be with Nader.
Nice parenting, other dude.
Because he's really good with kids, actually. He really is.
Yeah, just random little girl go running to a strange man. That poor other dad. Where was he?
Because really think about it, guys. Like, you say, oh God, but if he wanted to be with Dee Dee, he could easily, he's living there already.
Yes. Why do you think that is? Is it maybe because they're already together? Come on now. Come on, you're so close.
He wouldn't have to stress and scramble for us to fucking, like, he wouldn't have to move out.
I think she is stressing and scrambling. Not him. She is. He's sitting there with his iPad Pro perfectly happy. So he wouldn't need to move out though. I saw a clip running around Twitter, because you know I don't go to his channel. There's a clip where he gets quite sharp with Dee Dee and then he mutes his camera, I'm assuming to start the shit he tries with Chantal. And this is what I'm saying, where I don't quite know what Dee Dee gets out of this. You know, I don't know if she is just there for the troll. But if we're starting to see Nader treat Dee Dee closer to the way that Nader treats Chantal, most people don't have a high tolerance for that. Yeah? So are we at the point where, okay, now that Nader's job is apparently not materializing and that Dee Dee's job has had more problems because of her connection with Nader and the prank. Thank you for everyone who filled me in on that, by the way. I couldn't remember the circumstances of what was going on. She's either now been suspended or fired. There were differing comments on it from her job because she put the prank against, when she was like, oh, Nader's been arrested and he hadn't, or whatever it was, that prank they did. Apparently it was on company time and she got in trouble for it. But what I'm saying is the economic status in that flat has now changed. So Nader doesn't have the job that supposedly brought him to Montreal, and Dee Dee potentially doesn't have an income coming in. So, and Nader's starting to get snappy at Dee Dee. There could well be a reason he has to move out.
He has it made there. He's with her already. He could be fucking her every night, living there fucking, you know what I mean?
I do know what she means. But he can do all that and you still pay him $1,500 to $2,000 a month. So why would he stop? He could do both. He could say, oh, you're going to pay $800 a month for a little apartment so we don't have to go to dingy hotels when I fuck you and then go back and fuck her. Okay, yeah, no, pay for that. That's fine.
So why not then? Just saying.
Just saying.
Evidence.
Evidence.
I hate when people try to get attention.
I left this in because I was feeling shady. This entire video has been one massive grab of, hey, Nader, I'm right over here. Look, you could miss your opportunity. I'm here. The entire video has been that. Yeah, she's been screaming out with like fireworks. I'm here. Everyone pay attention. I've got tea. Don't like people who try and get attention. Fuck off.
Like on social media, that kind of attention?
Yeah, because this isn't social media. This is not a media that is done socially. Not.
Hard to get. And hey, I'm annoying with trying to get, I know what you mean. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love attention, but not from like, I'm not thirsty for it, like.
I'm not thirsty for it, you guys, as I sit here at 3 a.m. flashing my bra for comments.
On social media. I don't like pin myself out.
Definitely doesn't. Okay, guys, so that's where we are. You draw your own conclusions, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.